And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time. To get the noble promotions, we did go ahead and expand the city. So there is a... I'm not going to say concern. There is a requirement at this point that we do improve the living standards of our city, because we expanded the city outside of its current sustainment, let's say. We got a decent amount of innovation at 124. It does present one way to improve the city, being to expand food efficiency, let's say. I mean, I could do the basic farm upgrades. That's maybe not looking like a great return on investment. Or I could do the pasture upgrades. Oh, that's not really good return. I think the fish is probably the one that's only a good return, actually. Cost of 7 gets us about 11 value. Yeah, probably gonna do the fishing one at least. And then I could expand the hunters. That would give us more leather. I think we'll do the fish and the leather. So 7 for 11 seems reasonable, 8 for 10 seems reasonable, 9 for 10 seems reasonable. That's where we're going to stop for the moment. And we'll do the first one, the hunter makes sense. Jumps from 1 to 5, although it's still plus 10, so we'll take it. We're not going to take that one for the moment. At that point, we definitely need more hunters. Okay. And out here, we're waiting for this to re-stabilize. Well, actually, this says stabilized. That's health. Support's at 85. Yeah, don't necessarily know how to make more efficient use of regions. As is, we're basically making lots of very little regions is kind of how we're playing. Our troops arguably are ready. We'll give them a little bit more time before we send them off to go into the next location. I think they're basically ready to go into the next location. Let's see. Oh, well, let's give that a moment for that modification on food to kick in. It's mostly going to be effectively more fish coming in. And of course, in theory, we're getting some meat coming in. And maybe even some of the meat's being eaten. Yeah, the meat's apparently being eaten. Oh, I suppose... No, we don't quite make enough meat. Oh, no, I probably do. If I turned it off from eating, I could technically... make rations out of the meat, I suppose. It's the same efficiency as doing it out of fish. I'll think about it. That would free up more fish at some point for people to consume. And then services have definitely been declining. Hearth's upgraded 33%. Not all of Hearth's upgraded. Oh, my Hearths are not upgraded. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And that's the load. The load is not overkill anywhere except for here, so that's probably fine. Okay, so that's definitely a place where we could improve. That's not the place we're struggling with. Why does it feel like the services are down? Improve markets, could improve benches, could improve hospitals. Oh, access to food stalls is down. That makes some sense. where is our food stalls lacking? The big facility. Fair enough. Okay, I need more food stalls. More and or bigger food stalls, okay. As we're trying to distribute more food. Of course, what I think is the case is not... We might not have enough people at them. I'll set them to automatic, see if getting more people to deliver more goods helps. Turn the speed down here. Yeah, adjust the workload. Would be nice if I knew what the hotkey was for this button. There might not be a hotkey for this button. Oh, I don't even need to click on each one. Okay, that says me click. Okay, we'll give it a while to run at that speed, see if that makes a difference. See a bunch of them up to 2 right away to try to transport more food into them. Shadows upon you, my hatch brother. Brood leader of a good-hearted spawn. We have 1 day to decide if we want to pay these guys or not. They've only got 10 soldiers, so they're only accosting us because we do not have a garrison at the moment. I will bite the bullet. I will pay up this time. Okay. Let's make sure our guys are not eating the rations, the guys in the town. Because that's what it looks like they're doing. Turn off rations, because we need those for feed the troops in this field, please. Theory, I think we're making enough. What I will do is, we're reasonably rich. I'll put an import depot on... making rations. What we will do in the city is I'm going to create a new unit in the city. This is not going to be a big unit for the moment. But this is just to keep really small groups like that from causing us problems. Okay, the stabilizer, basically going to set it to import, keep us above 20% on rations, so our army in the field doesn't starve. I think we're good enough otherwise. Import rations. 20%. Be good. And then out on the field, we do have an army. It's time to lay siege to the next location. Go forth, my army. Be successful. so we can get more leather from the next location. So we'll see how that plays out. We are having a field battle, so we are going to take command here, because the auto resolve is going to say we lose, which I don't think is correct. Command. There within each man a beast and a philosopher. For the philosopher to flower, he must not wrestle the beast, he must reconcile himself with it. Okay, so they got 2 blocks of troops, we've got 2 blocks of troops. Deploy our lizards in front and our sort of national conscripts in the rear. We'll probably try to have the national conscripts do a flanking maneuver. Everything goes according to plan. And let's start and let some time pass. Hold your positions. We do outnumber them by 125. Comes the enemy. Okay. Charge the enemies back. Well, I didn't order a charge, it ordered an attack. Flanks compromised, numbers against them. We shall see if the enemy can hold. I suspect the answer is no. Yeah, there they go. That unit's morale has broken. I think we'll have a successful field battle. There they go. The loss of 8 of our soldiers. Sadly, 8 of our people from our own country, not the conscripts. We have routed the enemy. Showing that why our men are good. Tactics are also useful. We shall release them. Gaining some chivalry, and our guys will march on to the siege. And the region just immediately surrenders. Okay, we will occupy it. The region is probably, again, going to be wanting at least level 1 housing, at least level 1 growth. Oh, and this is definitely a bigger region. So we can go for level 2 growth, which should leave us with a target over 600, so... Well, in fact, over 300, so we might actually warrant going up to even bigger spaces. We'll assign it to that size for the moment. I gotta go innovate the next town hall level if we want more workers. It does look like we will have enough people to do that, so that's good to see. Oh, and you increase global workforce. Might be tempted to do Workers Guild here. Get more labor elsewhere. We'll see. Yeah. Needless to say, also we'll go and lower the taxes while the place is recovering from the devastation of the invasion. Okay, let's pop into town. We'll let some time pass. So yeah, we got raiding threats of size 10 out and about, which is why we're trying to train up our troops. Garrison the hometown. Let some time pass, see if the improvements to our food stalls help, or if I just physically need more food stalls. I might physically just need some more food stalls. Yeah, I think I physically need more food stalls. Or at least more logistics if we're having to rely on the food stall workers to go and grab the food. Okay, so I have to build another. So these food stalls. So we're gonna have a place like the market here. Yeah, let's go with a couple of these. So I'll put one of these in each one of the neighborhoods. And a few more food stall related services. These will need to be upgraded as well. Well, the second, third, fourth won't be, because I'll upgrade the first one here before we distribute them. I guess at some point we could save up for the exquisite dining. Get some more support that way. Okay, so I'm going to upgrade you. We're going to copy a couple of you around. Might do a custom one in that spot. See in a moment. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it here. Okay, one there, one down here. Like so. And then we'll do a custom one. There, yeah. Use up that little bit of space. Yeah, that fits reasonably well in there. And again, we'll have to upgrade that one as well. That should help with food distribution, improving the services of that building at least. It does look like I'm going to have to increase food production. Although, maybe not. For a couple days, we're going to have good catch on the fish. Should help with food production. Okay, so hopefully the combination of those helps a little bit with improving the services. Oh, that one's not even built yet. Fair enough, that one's not built, and that one's not built. They're a little faster to build if you don't have them set to auto-upgrade, right? Because you don't have to deliver the pots or the furniture right away. So that one's upgraded. That should hopefully help down here once it receives enough resources to actually distribute to people. Part of the reason these ones are struggling is also because I upgraded the amount of food everyone's receiving, so I think we had enough for like the base level 1 food, and apparently it is like 1 worker plus, well, 1 worker worth of stall to every 60 people. Yeah, we still definitely have some areas that are overworked. Although, maybe we'll see it improve. Let's see. That should probably be enough time for the whole unrest situation to improve. Devastation's gone. Support isn't quite up, although we can see that our region is growing. Expectations a lot lower than what was planned for. Okay, let's reduce that for the moment. Yeah, so the target should be 700. I just gotta give it time. Okay. And by the time that's done, we can send the troops off to the next one. The next one, of course, will be the last one for a short while, unless we go invade a faction. Although, we might be... not quite. Only a little bit more before we go take that one on. Might be on to the point where we can start something with some of the one provinces. Or at least not far off. Oh, and hunters are quite more productive. So let's go. Bring it down a little bit. I want to copy you. Get another one down here. Let's turn a second one on to leather. So we get a little bit more knowledge. If we get up to 100 knowledge, I can go ahead and upgrade them to the advanced version. And the advanced version obviously will let us have more innovation, so then we'll take the improved laboratories, and that'll give us more innovation. More innovations is going to let us pick up more of the agriculture sort of stuff. Essential supplies have not been... Okay, what's wrong with that? Is it a... It's a clothing issue. They're not particularly happy they have no clothing. Fair enough. I haven't been accounting for the fact that clothing needs have been rising. Equipped supplies... Yeah, people need more. We need more clothes production. We're negative on that. Not necessarily producing much more than we're consuming. So yeah, the temporary solution here is another import depot, import clothes. Again, we're generating a reasonable income of money, I believe. What I will do as a one-off resources, I would like... Where's the clothing? Can you give me like 300 units of clothing? And I turn around and give you... Oh, so I get 300 clothing, you get... $100 gems... $100 livestock. We got 1,000 fabric around. I might kick myself. Although we just had the fabric harvest, right? That's what's going on with fabric. And we'll pay the rest of the money. There we go. And we have some clothing to have stuff go out to people before we get the passive trade set up here. Close. Again, make sure we maintain like 20% of the items. Gonna take the weaver to full, so that's 24. And we'll go ahead with that and build our extended farm of cotton. And then with our tailor, the tailor's actually full. Okay, so I need to either upgrade the tailor or get another tailor. Although right now we're not actually predicted to be really gaining any leather. Okay, there we go. So that's kicked in. So I can employ about another half a tailor of our existing size. Without any real drawbacks, so we'll build it and we'll set it to half. Again, we get a little bit from odd jobbing the environment. when it comes to the fabric. Let's pop back out to the map. City calmed down. It has. Surprised it's not had more growth since we fixed the problems with it. Yep, let's send them off to go besiege the next one. No taxes, no problems here. This should just grow. Give it enough time. Let's down level this one in case we need like workforce or something for the city to grow. Of course, I do that and the city starts growing. Yeah, that might be the case. Trespassed. Didn't realize these two regions weren't connected by a road, that they did go through their territory. It's fine. We're obviously going to take command of this battle. Look, okay, so it's actually three detachments of troops on the enemy side. Although that may, in fact, not really be an issue for us. Okay. Especially if things go as they did last time, we let the enemy charge the main battle line, and then we send our guys around the flank to hit him in the rear. Okay, nothing's going as well for us, but this is still going pretty well, I think. Like the smaller force there is trying to cyclocharge the flank. Okay, that unit broke. Did not appreciate being encircled like that. Flank's compromised again. There we go. There's our formations intact. There we go. For the cost of 6 of our guys, 187 of theirs have been defeated in battle. Once again, we will release them. Looks like that region only has one. Or that faction only has one region. Although it is a faction. They got 230 something, and another army in the field of about 61. So we would probably want to bulk up our forces before we went to war with them. We could auto lose all our troops, or we could just wait. Yeah, this region is, in theory, growing. Revisit it in a bit. And yeah, the other regions looking at over 600 are about where they're going to be. Back here in the city, food serving access is up nicely. Service access is back up, as I've adequately increased the number of food stalls so that people are actually able to get some of them. And what are we on to knowledge-wise? 87, so not quite the 100 we need for the library upgrade. Okay, it should be receiving enough rations. Got rations to go out. Go ahead and get a second one of these going. It would be best not to have our guys starve in the middle of the siege, you see. So we're gonna get the second one going. Quite done yet? Oh, so we might just not have enough transport capacity if it's fully required. That might be what it is. Okay, so I can drag some livestock over, which shouldn't be too hard. And hopefully we get a little bit of delivery here. At least for the rations. Oh, and the other thing I should be doing, I should be improving housing density. Room upgrader. Okay, that should help over there. Already done that one. Okay, so that gives us more space. The only question is, do I want to bring more people in? The answer probably is yes. We're not going to do such a big influx. I'll go up by like 50. Here we go. And then we got 91 innovation. I don't think there's any situation where... Because yeah, right now it's still about 1 value of worker per innovation, so until we get the upgrades, and even then, well, the upgrades are going to make it a little more confusing, right? That's what's going to happen. Because then we'll be paying upkeep into the building instead of was the case before. Oh, and I've been run the treasure down real fast. Okay. Means I really need to start making some of the stuff locally, so I either need to expand clothing or I need to expand furniture, so we stop buying so much furniture. And or increase exports. Or all of the above. furniture's the best place to start. So you're making furniture fully hired. Spears, shields, furniture, furniture. Another one of you. So we're technically wood negative, but we've got so much wood in stockpile that I think we can just we're handling enough with clear cutting that's not a problem. Okay, we get a little bit more furniture production. Now we spend less money on importing it. I think we're trending up. I think what ended up doing is because it did so many room upgrades back to back, they just imported the difference and that tanked the economy. I think the storage. And we're in vegetable harvest season. Okay. Putting more workers on furniture should put us at least covering the maintenance on furniture. Yeah, sure, it should be net positive. Let's check out on the field. How goes the siege? We're ready to occupy it. That's good to see. Okay, it's in theory growing. I probably slowed it down by putting the law and order there. And then here we're waiting for the devastation to go away. And actually see if the growth really kicks in, possibly. Yeah, I think I screwed up something here, which really tanked the growth rate. Can I get away with turning the law off? Nope. Well, I could probably get away with it if I turned it to something else. We'll leave it as is. Oh no, let's turn the taxes down here. Okay, there's the devastation. Go up another housing level. Which gives us more workforce. If I up the growth... Okay, if I up the growth, I can actually get to 600 if I wanted to. Let's at least take it to that level. And then what are we getting from here? Looks like we're going to get more leather. So we'll assign it that task for the moment. So more leather should be coming in. And then we gotta wait for the loyalty to come up here, and then we'll march the troops out. Might march them back over here, actually. We'll see. Yeah, more leather coming in means I can probably do another one of these. And upgrade another one of these libraries to just a little bit more knowledge. Which, if everything goes well, may put me over the 100 I need to do the upgrade on their quality, which is 100. Think about it. Janitors. Okay, most of the janitors are not maxed out yet. Although I should check their coverage, make sure they're covering everything. Yeah, there might be a little bit of a non-coverage down there on the island, but I'll be fine. $101. Let's grab Advanced Library. So Advanced Library is stuff we mostly have. Go ahead and distribute those. Is it inadequacy of delivery on the rations again? Probably. What I might do, let's do make another one of you. Let's actually make it over by the ration maker so they got less distance to carry. I think we're technically storing the rations in the warehouses over here. Still puzzling gems after the upgrades. Yeah, that should be providing us a decent number. Well, should eventually provide us a decent number of knowledge. Okay, what's the concern? I think it's still... Yeah, it's still rations. Our issues delivering enough rations. One up here built yet? This one up here hasn't built. It's not like we have a shortage of rations, it's that it's a shortage of rations at a convenient place for these guys to pick up. Ship. Here we go. That's more convenient than the ship. 0 injured, 2 deaths, though. Let's go check out the areas. You're not fully happy. Although you're reasonably productive, so... Like, what's the army providing? I might be able to put the... No, the army is still useful there. And you're growing. Slowly, but growing. Knowledge is trending up. The trend up is a bit slow, I suppose, right? We've... Oops. I clicked out of that. Producing 171, of which... What's the stable point here? There's no penalty to it. Oh, okay. So the upgrade is 50% more of base. So it's not as strong as providing the leather. Although the leather is maybe not as strong as I was thinking it was either. That's only a 66% buff, apparently. So the target trend is saying it's going up, but maybe not as strong as I would have liked. I'm hoping to get at least 50, so that we can go upgrade, get the upgrades for the laboratories, distribute those about. Oh, the environment is down for some reason. Because they don't like the cratering fish stockpiles. Okay. Well, that means I definitely need to expand the aquaculture. One nice big fishery, like so. Oh, and I can't go further up. Okay, so I need to... Let's cut this a little bit. We want that to have access to the sea, so... Still, 18 fish, it's nothing to sneeze at. Storage... Here we go. Mostly cleared. And it's going to be hauling wood over. Wood is going down pretty fast. Why am I not estimated to be getting any wood? That's a side way? Oh, because there's a drought going on. So none of the farms are being productive. And these are technically farms in that way. Okay. That should recover given enough time. That's why the wood's going in, because we're apparently getting nothing from the woodcutters. Okay. I'm gonna do something else. We're gonna go over to the ration maker. We're gonna tell the ration maker to swap from fish to meat. Should help a little bit with surplusing the fish. Another thing I might do is we are really low on food supplies. Let's drop the food accessibility from 4 to 3. And it'll lower the demand, so it can at least outweigh the drought. Yeah, our storage of eggs and fish is down. Fish is at least not negatively impacted by the drought, but I suspect the globidine may be, or at least was, although the drought might have passed. That might have been what's happened. Yeah, I think the drought is past. So in theory, things should have started recovering. The drought is back. Yeah, the drought's over. Oh yeah, the food. They're not getting enough to eat, they're not getting enough to eat, so let's just drop this down to 1. Let's have the health penalties in the meantime. While we try to build up the food stockpile. Okay, you're perfectly loyal. Okay, so that's a reasonably large faction, so we don't want to really necessarily pick a fight with them. Religious difference is a problem here, apparently. I think I'll just accept that we don't have the thing. See if that recovers or improves. Do you eat 2 workforce? To some more capacity. I apparently don't need something that strong. Okay, let's just give him a stage to keep them happy. And then, yeah, we'll let them... They're actually grown enough. I can go ahead and grab the next size. Anyway, we'll let these guys fill back out, fill up to the 600 something. Send these guys to lay siege. Okay, so never mind, they're gonna go through. Oh, they're gonna trespass into the territory. Do I want them to trespass into the territory? I'm gonna say actually no. I might take a fight with the glide here. Try to get contiguous territory might be interesting. Yeah, I think that drought hit us pretty bad. All the food stockpiling is gone. Food's, in theory, quite positive. In practice, the stockpiles are empty, so... How much do my people want pools? We can't give them to it everywhere, but there's definitely give them some pools. Okay, so they're maybe not picky about which pool type. They want a pool. They want some water if they can get it. Okay, there's a pool for them. See how many of them actually enjoy the pool. You know, we're very happy about their access to food, which is now taking it away because the food stockpile went to Kingdom coming back. Although we are, now that the drought's over, we are generating food again. Oh, they're a little bit happy about the pool I provided. It's only one place, so it's not going to be a very big effect. On the other hand, it's not that expensive to provide, so... Knowledge is up to 64, so let's go ahead and grab the improved laboratory and start upgrading the... I'll upgrade the one lab. Only got one. It's affordable to improve, so I'll upgrade it. Which raises the target by like 80. Oh, and apparently we're not making enough clay. Okay. It's just the laboratory workers at the moment. Transfer them over to clay. Try to build up the clay stockpile a little bit. I'm going to officially declare war on these guys. Again, they're one region, so we're going to see if we can take over that one region. So we have a field battle, which is what we expected. We're going to obviously take command of the field battle. Oh, and I am realizing that we've let this part go over too long, and that I've lost, apparently, the connection to the internet. So we'll go ahead and take a short break here. If you're watching on YouTube, we will have another part up tomorrow. Apparently no one's watching on Twitch right now because the internet went kaput. So until the internet's back, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or bit. If you're watching on YouTube, well, we'll see if the next bit actually gets streamed. The next bit might just be a local recording only. Because I'm not going to sit here too long waiting for the internet to come back. So until the next bit, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and or bit. And bye for now.